Okay, let's try again. Let's try to put this raster image in there. Okay. Because we are working, so we must put our project properties using the same. We must determine our project properties now. So let's say we want to work on GDM 2000. Okay. Project properties. What is volume? Line. Okay. So we're working on GDM 2000. For new GDM 2000. Now we want to put this. Okay. Now we've got this point, then also at this point. Got 3 points so far. We want this point. Got 4 points, and we want this river. Let's see if there's any that we can use. Okay, I suppose that's about it. We'll use this corner of the river as well. Okay. Now we're gonna have to do the settings for the transformation, and we call it, let me call it, okay, so use the name, then we use the transformation. It's target SRS should be the target that we are using, which is GDM 2000 is Malaysia. Then we load it. Okay, so we run. That's it. Now we've got our Bathy map in the in our GIS properly aligned. And now we want to digitize the contours. So what we do now is we call it create a layer, new shape file, and put the file name now for every contour, you have a separate shapefile. So let's start with 0. Call it Bathy contour. Zero. Okay. Now the geometry type should be line. Call it the we call it we put the CRS as GDM 2000 BRSO. We name it. Okay. So this is for contour 0. Now contour 0 will be this line. I'm just doing it fast so that you will want to do it or accurately. I'm just trying to demonstrate how to do this. So we don't know what that is. We'll probably just use it for assume that this is 0. Then this is going to come this contour 0. So we've got contour 0. We want to do contour 2. Create another layer, create a file. So going in the wrong place. But this is all gonna be just temporary, so use it. We're gonna use it later to create a DEM. If you've gone a bit out of position like this, you can actually improve your vertices by just by just doing this. The text tool, current layer, then you can. So I won't do that, but that's how you correct your digitizing. Just put text again, with text tool, current layer, you'll be correcting all this. Okay, let's do one more line. Okay. We'll save this. Okay, layer, vector layer. No, create vector layer, create vector layer, new shape file. Call it Bathy 125. Save it. Make it line. PDM 3000. Okay. So now file. Okay. Let's go. Two, 5, 10. Okay. Let's make this another one. Okay. 10. Layer, layer, create layer, file. Okay. So that is, now we just want to put land. Next, we just want to put land. Land should be just slightly over 0. So let's say it's 1. Let's say it's 1. Okay. Layer, create layer, new shape file. Let's call this shoreline. Just check this a bit. Now we don't want our shoreline to be to be okay, I really forgot everything. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to create we want to create spot levels for every one of these. So let's start with shoreline. So we can use this command tool QGIS. If you don't have this tool, you should uh, put it as a plugin. QGIS, and you install this because it's a very useful plugin. So you create this. Uh, you create this, and say we make a spot level every 100 meter, or maybe 50 meter. That'd be nice. Yep. Spot level at every 50 meters for this, and then we put in. Now you'll see there's a temporary file called QGIS shoreline, which now, if you look at that, it's got all, and it's got a GIS. It's got the points at every 50 meter. So now we want to provide some levels. This is a shoreline. So let's say we give every point a Z value. So you go to the open field calculator, you create a new field, you use the output, you give the output field name Z. This is very important. You got to have the same thing. So decimal real number, real. We maintain precision at 3, and then we put that value, the value there as 1. Because remember, we want shoreline, all points will be 1. So now this has got 1 as a shoreline, as a Z value. So now we want the X and Y. We put the output. We use the open field calculator again. We put X. Then we want decimal real number, and we put X. Okay, now we've got this value. So we got the X, then we also want the Y. So always have the Y. Make sure that everything is in capital, the same format, because we're gonna merge all this. Okay, so now everyone we've got the X and Y, and the spot levels, and the Z value is 1 for every point along the shoreline. So we save this. Okay, so we've got that. We've got the change shoreline. We've got, and then we want to do something similar with the 10-meter contour. We'll do again every 50 meter. Then we put in, we say okay. So now we've got Bathy contour. So we open the attribute table. We do the calculation. We put in the Z value, Z, and that is 10. So it's actually minus 10. So it will be minus 10. Okay. So you've got this. So we got this. Okay. Minus 10. Then we want the X value. The X value. Okay. Then we want the Y value. So that's the X and the Y for all this. Okay, now that we save that, we do the next one, which is 45. Similarly, we calculate to the Z, Z, number minus 5. Okay, then we put in the value for X, number the X. Okay, whoops, something's wrong. Okay, so we accidentally put this as text, so we got to delete that field. Okay, so now we do it again. X, that's a real number. Why are we getting? Let's see what we've got here. Oh, this problem with that. Yeah, no problem with that. Oh, okay, we haven't done. Of course, because we haven't got We haven't done the chain yet. So that's the problem. Okay, so now you got to, you got to do the chain 50. Okay, so this is one. Okay, and then we want to put the X. Let's have a quickly. Okay, so we got this. So we save this. We go quickly to do control 2, go 2, again. The last one, control 0. 50 meters. Okay, put in the values. Okay. So we've got all this. Let's put them all together so that we can see them quite clearly. 0, then 5, then 2. Okay, so this is shoreline. Shoreline. Let's check. Make sure it's got all the values. Yes. Z and the X and Y. This is our pointer 0. Okay, let's check again. 0, yes. Z and contour then X and Y. Similarly, we check -10, correct. X and square. -5, X and Y. The 5, okay. Then contour 2. -2, X and Y. Okay, now we've got all this. So we should merge them. Can merge this shape file, go to vector, then data management tool, merge vector layer, merge vector layers. Again, vector, data management tool, merge vector layers. Now we input the ones we want to select, want to merge, so Bathy equal to 0, change Bathy equal to 0, change Bathy equal to 10, change Bathy equal to 5, change equal to 2, and change so line. Now we run. Okay. So now we've got, close everything, we've got the whole thing merged. So now we're interested in creating a shape file of a DEM using these merge values. First, let's put in a mask for the EM. We create new shape file. It should the same. Very important. You must use it. You must use the same CRS. Then we put in the polygon. And we say OK. So now we've got, this is the mask. This is our mask. So go to the ID. Okay. So now this let's just make this bit easier to see. Brush, apply. Okay. So this is our mask, and this is our, and we want to make our DEM from the merge file. So now just save this first. Okay. And then we run. So we go to the processing toolbox. We use natural neighbor, raster creation tool, natural neighbor. So if we type natural neighbor, you will get this. We use the merge file, this, and then we put in the, we select the attribute that we want to use, which is Z, the attribute Z. Want to fit to linear interpolate. We want to the output, we don't bother. The cell size, we want, say, 10 meter per second. We want to fit the nodes. Want a minimum weight for a target system is okay. We save it as a temporary file for the time being. Now we run. Okay, we finished the grid. So this is our grid. It still doesn't look so nice. Let's flip it a bit. So raster, extraction, create raster by mask layer, and we've got the mask layer just now. So we want to run it. So this is the click mask. So let's close that. So this is our click mask. So now let's see how it looks. Properties, blues, then we invert the color ramp, change it to that. Let's run this. So now you've got your Bathy DM, and let us see if we want to create, let's say we create contour of every 2 meter, for example. And we run it. So that's our contour. Let's see how close it is to our some labels to it. Okay, elevation line. Okay. Reasonably okay. So 5. That's about it's 4. Between 4 and 6, our control line is 5 here. This is 8. And this is control line 10. Not too bad. And so control line 0. Reasonably okay. So you've now got the DM at every 10 meter grid. So let's save this. S. Yes. Style here. This style there. We remove this. So that is how you can get a Bathy contour. A Bathy DM. Okay. So that's it for the time being.